Good morning. Just to comment briefly the meeting we've had tonight, a very long meeting. I didn't want to announce yesterday night things that it was only right that it was Secretary Kerry, Foreign Minister Lavrov and Staffan de Mistura to announce. But today I can comment on the fact that it is extremely positive. The fact that after 6 long hours of meeting, we have reached tonight an agreement, all the members of the International Support Group, to first work in concrete terms on humanitarian access and delivery. The meeting of the task force today at 4 p.m. in Geneva will be a crucial one. The EU team is already on its way to be there in Geneva. The European Union is the first humanitarian donor in Syria, so our role will be crucial in this respect. And we will work hand in hand with the United Nations to make sure that access to the cities that are suffering the most is guaranteed, that humanitarian aid is delivered, and that Syrians on the ground can see from today, from tomorrow, an immediate turn when it comes to their humanitarian situation. And second, it is very important that the group agreed also on a task force on the cessation of hostilities. This is going to be more difficult. This is for sure something that is needed, with the exclusion of al-Nusra, Daesh and the terrorist organizations defined as such by the Security Council. It is going to be essential to make it possible for the talks in Geneva to start in a climate that is different from the one that we have seen last week. So, indeed, a very important, very positive step. The European Union is fully committed to make it operational, and this is going to be the test of it. Not only agreement on paper, but actions coordinated both on the humanitarian level, on the political level, and on the military level to make a difference on the ground. We know the responsibility we are carrying on our shoulders, and on the European Union side, we are ready to start working already from today in Geneva. As I said, our team is already on the way.
Today you have already meeting with Georgian PM, Mr. Georgi Kvirikashvili. The main issues you will be discussed, and we're also waiting for political decision about visa liberalization. In which condition now our issue? On cameras, please. Sorry.
Yes. I will have a meeting with the Georgian Prime Minister. We know each other well. We have always worked well together, and we will discuss obviously the bilateral relations, also the visa liberalization. Everything is going well, so I'm very positive. I'm very glad of this meeting, and I'm sure things will go well.
Can we expect visa liberalization?
Don't ask me more now. Don't ask me more now.
Did you speak yesterday to the Syrian opposition groups, and are they ready to get back on the table in Geneva for talks?
They express a concern that is fully understandable, which is what I mentioned just now. The fact that the talks have to be accompanied by measures on the ground that bring a difference to the Syrian people. And this is what we discussed yesterday for 6 hours in the group. And I believe we have the conditions, if all actors from today implement decisions that were taken tonight, to create a different condition on the ground in Syria. It is not a matter of preconditions. We have explicitly mentioned in all of our decisions that talks start without preconditions, but sure, we have to have the conditions to have talks that are done in a sense of good faith, and especially that have a credibility towards the Syrian people. It is going to be very difficult for any Syrian on the ground to believe that the process is serious and credible in Geneva if they see their daily life going worse rather than better. So this is the challenge now, to make sure that the life of the Syrian people on the ground from a humanitarian point of view and from the point of view of the clashes is getting better and not worse. This would create conditions for the talks to be productive, I believe.
Do you expect very quick effect on refugee crisis and refugees that are coming to Europe?
Let me stress very clearly this thing. The work we're doing on Syria, we are doing this not for the sake of European borders, but for the sake of Syrian people. This is, first of all, a humanitarian duty. And this is, first of all, an investment in the security of the region. We're doing this because we know and we believe that only bringing peace and the transition in Syria, we will manage to stabilize the region, to prevent a further spread of terrorism, and also to make sure that people can live their lives inside the country, in their region, in a quiet place. Obviously, this will also have a positive effect on the refugee flows, but this is not the only, let's say, engine of our work. Obviously, this will also have an effect that will be a positive one in the flows. And I think yesterday we made very clear, not only as Europeans, but also with the other friends of the region, starting from Jordan and Lebanon and Turkey, that the group also has a responsibility to act in this direction, to make sure that the flows are well managed, that the people in need of protection are protected, and that the group has a responsibility in this as well. Thank you. Bye.